All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Vic here, giving you guys a old school, classic, classic Call of Duty 4 commentary. We're taking it all the way back to 2008, 2009. Man, that was such a crazy time to be a part of, man. But yeah, I just wanted to do a chill commentary, and I just mainly want to talk about just how good Call of Duty 4 is. It's just how great it is. Now, be it, I think for a lot of the younger audience, not a lot, but a good amount of the younger audience might find this game to be very boring, very bare bones, especially if they're coming from the newer CODs. Now, I'm not here to bash too much on the newer CODs. There are some of the newer CODs I do enjoy. I mean, I do enjoy quite a bit of Black Ops Cold War. Uh, Not gonna lie, I actually did like the Modern Warfare 2 reboot of the 2022 game. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of Call of Duty fans don't really like that game, but personally for me, in my opinion, I kind of dig it. I actually like the game. I don't think it's perfect, but I liked it. And of course, the recent Modern Warfare 3, not the one from 2011, the one from 2023. I think it was a big improvement from the Modern Warfare 2 reboot that came out the year prior in so many ways. And I still think, personally, for me, I think it's still the best modern COD to date. Um, I think right now we're at what, Black Ops 7. And we'll see if that's going to be a really good Call of Duty game. But I think I'm here talking just multiplayer. I'm not really talking as a complete package. I'm judging it. I usually judge Call of Duties based off the multiplayer. And of course, if the campaign, zombies, and everything is good, I think that's just added bonus for me. But I mainly played COD as a multiplayer guy, as a 6v6 guy, right? Call of Duty 4, man, was. Now, I've never done drugs like that, hard drugs like that, but it's equivalent to pure cocaine, right? It's like that. I can only imagine pure cocaine where it's not laced with anything. It's just straight from the plant. It's straight processed. It's not processed. I don't know. I don't know much about drugs, but I would imagine when people say pure cocaine, I imagine it's the most natural and probably the best form of it, right? And this is it, man. This game was drugs. It was addictive as hell, but it was also very pure, right? It's just straight up 3 kill streaks. You can only pick one attachment per gun. Not the biggest weapon selection, but though you do have some iconic maps. You do have iconic voice announcers in the game. But I just love the overall feel of this game. Like, Call of Duty 4 is such a chill and cool game. And even though this game came out in 2007, and right now, at the time I'm recording this, it's 2025. Crazy, right? Basically, this game is almost 18 years old. It's almost hitting the legal age at this point. It's almost old enough to join the military at this point. Um, I still do come back to this game. Not all the time, not like every day, but if I'm in the mood to just play Call of Duty but I just also kind of want to just chill out, after like a long day of work, I'll go play this game. I could play, the newer cards, but you do have to be really sit down and you have to like focus. You do have to sweat a little bit to compete. And a lot of those games are pretty much programmed to be addictive. Like, this game was addictive on accident. Like, they just wanted to try something new, try something different, something that they were really passionate on working on, and it panned out so well for them. So this was pretty much a gold mine. They accidentally walked themselves into a gold mine, basically. But now, they've done a lot of research. They spent a lot of time with this series, a whole lot of a whole lot of experience working on this series, and of course, with Activision, they basically, yeah, they basically just made everyone. They try to make the games to be as addictive as possible, just so you can go ahead and spend their $20 to $30, $50 fucking bundles and their battle passes and stuff like that. But I did say I want to talk more about Call of Duty 4, so let me just focus on that. I do tend to ramble a lot, so bear with me here. Um, so again, COD 4. I love the simplicity of it. Again, I know for some people this might be boring or very outdated to play, but for me, I think the gunplay, the gameplay is just timeless. Like, the gunplay, the way the game feels, the way the game moves, it feels right. Even from a game from '07, even 2025, this game feels good to play. Um, there's a lot of weapons that I actually do like, as a matter of fact. I really do like the AK-47. I think it's probably one of, if not my favorite weapon in Call of Duty history. I think the UMP-45 is from Modern Warfare 2 is up there. But I think this gun, this AK-47 right here, this golden AK, I think it's probably the most beautiful gun ever to be created in COD 4. The way it sounds, how hard it hits, how it looks without any camos, with the gold camo, it just looks incredible. It feels incredible to use, and it's just an incredible gun. And there's nothing more satisfying than this gun. Honestly, I know people might want to use like the sniper rifles, like the intervention, but I love this gun, right? I love a lot of the guns in this game. I love the AK-47. I love the MP5. I love the AK-74U, the M4 carbine. I know the M16, as overpowered as that gun is, the M16 is overpowered as hell, but it's so fun to use. The G36C, I love the M60, the RPD, the M40A3. I'm not much of a sniper guy, but I will say, out of all the bolt action sniper rifles in any Call of Duty game, easily it's the M40A3. It looks sleek, simple, but it sounds so cool to use. Like the gun sounds so cool. Like the gun, it's just cool, mainly because of the gun sound. Honestly, it just sounds very satisfying to use. Um, is there any other guns that I might have missed out? P90 obviously is another great gun. I just love a lot of the guns in this game. I really do. I really do like a lot of the guns in this game. Modern Warfare 2, 2009 Modern Warfare 2, I can say the same thing. There's a lot of guns I do like about it. But there's just something about the COD 4 guns that just feels more grounded and just feels right to use. Some of the maps are, some of my favorite maps of all time is in this game. Vacant, of course, Strike, Pipeline, Crossfire, which we're playing on right now. I love Crossfire, especially on Search and Destroy. It's a great map. It's just a fun game. I love the simplicity and the pureness of this game, and that's what keeps bringing me here, because you're also reminded of a time period when when you were young, when you were in your early teenage years, right? I literally remembered going into my cousin's house. He was playing COD 4. I think he borrowed from a friend, and one time I picked up the controller just so I could play it myself, and I got hooked. Like I got fucking hooked. And I remember, I think like a week later, I saw another friend. He had COD 4. He wasn't really playing it like that. I was like, "Yo, can I borrow COD 4?" And he let me borrow it extensively. And of course, I had to bring it back. I returned it to him at some point. But I really love playing COD 4. Like just everything about it, the vibe of the game, the guns, the kill streaks. There's only 3 kill streaks. You got the UAV, airstrike, helicopter. I know nowadays we got score streaks and specialist abilities, and there's like a shit ton of like kill streaks in the air. And I do understand it's an evolution of Call of Duty. You're bound to have something like that. But just the fact that the kill streaks were kind of like bonuses. They weren't inherently overpowered or anything. I mean, they're more so bonuses. But when you use them in the right time, that can definitely shift the momentum of the game for sure. But then they kind of got crazy with the kill streaks in Modern Warfare 2, to where kill streaks were almost the name of the game at that point, where you can do well with your guns, but if you know where to camp and how to be a good camper, you can easily stack kill streaks and get your nuke. But in this game, there's no nukes. The highest kill streak you can get is a helicopter, and I mean, if you go further and further, I mean, the game will tell you, hey, you're in a 25 kill streak, but there's nothing to come of it, like nothing. But there's just something about it, again, where people are mainly focused on the gunplay. People are mainly focused on getting kills or playing the objective. Like there's just something about the COD 4 that I love, and a part of me just wishes in an alternate universe where Activision wasn't so fucking evil and maybe gave their developers a more of a chance. I just want a COD game to where it takes the level of simplicity from like COD 4, maybe like they just like COD 4, but then still have enough improvements or advancements to where it adds variety into the game. Like a game that's easy to pick up but hard to master, right? They kind of nailed that with COD 4 almost. Of course, you got Modern Warfare 2 with their death streak system, but because of how crazy the kill streaks are and some of the perks are, it made the death streaks even crazy. And it's just a game that's just crazy. Although it was fun as hell to play, but it's as frustrating as how it's, if that makes any sense. It's as fun as how it's frustrating. It's very fun, but can be very frustrating to play if you play it long enough, for sure. COD 4, again, there really isn't too many frustrating elements in this game. Yeah, you do have the frag, the grenade spam was one of the biggest issues I had with the game. The 3 times frag plus the martyrdom and sonic boom was very annoying. Of course, last stand was annoying. Juggernaut was annoying, but although if you had stopping power, it kind of negates all that. But you're pretty much forced to either use stopping power or Juggernaut to play the game. Although UAV Jammer was a pretty decent perk, I just think stopping power and Juggernaut were too good. They were too good to use for the red tier perks. Inside of Hand was a good perk too, but again, it's just stopping power and Juggernaut were just way too good. I know they have eavesdrop in this game. I mean, it kind of made a little bit more sense at the time. Again, this is the first of its iteration, like of this style of Call of Duty with perks and kill streaks. So like they're just trying different things as it goes. The idea of eavesdrop was cool, but in practice it was basically useless. Nobody was talking tactics like that playing Call of Duty either. The only reason why you want to eavesdrop is just if you just want to troll and just listen to like some funny conversation that was going on the other side of the team, on the other team or something. I don't even know. But other than that, it was a very useless perk. But it's kind of funny how they brought that back on the remastered. I'm actually really, it's something fun. It's like it's very cute that they bring that back. I'm not gonna lie to you. But again, I love the maps. Oh, of course, what other maps that I actually do like? I did say Vacant. I did say Pipeline. I did say Strike. Uh, Crossfire. That was another map that had Shipment. Of course, originated here, and Shipment was pretty cool. It was chaotic, but it wasn't super chaotic, and like unlike in every other Call of Duty game where it's just a fucking grind fest. In COD 4, it was chaotic, but it wasn't as chaotic as the modern games, right? So again, man, I just love some of the weapons, man. I really do. I just really do. Um, Mind you, I'm playing this on PC. I've played a lot of it on the Xbox 360 back in the day. And I'm playing this on keyboard and mouse, as you can see on the video. And trust me, I'm not at all a good keyboard and mouse player at all. I'm mainly playing against half bots, half players. I can handle my own, but don't catch me in a competitive mindset with this setup. I'll tell you that much. But still, um, I don't know what else is there to say. I just really do. I just wish I'm not trying to be nostalgic and be like, yeah, I wish we can go back to the good old days. I'm sure, like, hey, like going back to playing COD 4 at its prime was great. Playing Modern Warfare 2 at its prime was amazing. Was definitely a great time, a great moment in gaming for me. But just going back to this game, just kind of it was like this game was like therapy to me. I'm not even kidding. It's like therapy to me. It's a game where you can kind of relax, you can enjoy yourself, and also kind of remind yourself of like what made you love gaming in the first place. Like this is the sort of thing that reminds you of why you loved gaming as a kid growing up. As I've gotten older, as I'm pushing, definitely getting into my 30s very soon, that love for gaming, I still want to love gaming. I still do, but it's getting more and more difficult. Half of it is due to age and you wanting to you're prioritizing a lot of other things, whether it's your finances, your future, your career, going out there dating and stuff like that, trying to at one point build a good nuclear family. But also it's just the gaming industry is just very, very lucrative. It's very, very poisoned by these corporate companies, and games are a lot more expensive, especially with the economy being very bad. Games are very, very expensive. You're getting $70, $80 games. We already know Grand Theft Auto 6 is a likely chance of it being a $100 game because how hyped this game is. So it would be stupid for Take Two to not make the game $100. I wouldn't want it to be $100. I wish it was damn near free, but we all wish it was free. But they're trying to make a profit. So in order to be fair, I wish it was like a $50, $60 game. They put a lot of heart, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into making that game. But $100, yikes! And of course, the consoles got more expensive too. So if you're planning on getting GTA 6 next year and you don't have a console and you're a PC gamer, you better go to the aftermarket because if you don't, you're probably gonna spend a lot of money on a PS5 or an Xbox Series console or whatever. But I think there isn't much to be said. Yeah, it's pretty much all I have to say, man. Again, COD 4, definitely one of my favorite games of all time. This is something that I kind of want to put this game on like on a wall. There's people like I would put vinyl records on my wall, but if I want to start doing like a couple of video games, I think this is definitely one of them. This one and probably like Grand Theft Auto 4. Those are the games I would probably put on my wall because those games I put a whole lot of hours into, and they really made me fall in love with gaming in their own ways. But it's the type of games where I do love. COD 4, again, even since I first played it back in like 2008, like I still love this game. Now I don't play it every day, but when I do play it, It's a good time. I'm just chilling, putting some music on. I'm just vibing, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying everything about it. There's nothing to progress for this game. I just miss playing video games for the sake of playing them, not just feeling like you have to farm, you have to grind, you have to, or FOMO or anything like that. I just want to play the game for the sake of playing it. That's pretty much what it is. But I think that's all I have to say for this commentary. I know I might have rambled a little bit. What do you guys think? What is your favorite Call of Duty game of all time? Or how do you guys feel about Call of Duty 4? Or how do you guys feel about the current state of video games or even Call of Duty? Whatever you want to put on the comment section, put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. So that's pretty much what I have to say. I'm hoping to make more commentary videos. I'm not the most consistent person with it, but I really had an idea in my head and I just wanted to share it. So all in one take too. I haven't took multiple takes or anything. This is just all in one take. This is just all raw, natural emotions. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And holla at your boy. Peace out.